before we began to trust artificial flaws. We learned authenticity through real ones, those happy accidents that made things feel human. Film grain wasn't a flaw, but proof of lived exposure. The crack in a vinyl record, evidence it had been played with care and time. These were not just aesthetic choices, they were signals. We associated them with the presence of touch, of risk, of unpredictability. And when digital replaced analog, we didn't lose these cues, we idealized them. As Roland Barthes wrote, "But here's the problem. If authenticity is now a texture, what happens when that texture can be faked? Artificial intelligence has learned to mimic film grain and vinyl crackle so well they become indistinguishable from the real thing. AI. Generated handwriting doesn't just resemble cursive, it mimics the pressure of human touch. The result: a world where every imperfection might have been designed, not discovered. And we, conditioned by history to trust these signs, now have no way of knowing whether what
AI humanization's algorithms strive to replicate subtle emotional cues and conversation rhythm, yet they often misfire by conflating mimicry with understanding, creating an illusion of empathy.
Once authenticity became a marketable trait, industries had to simulate it. So they did, by building tools that add imperfections where none existed before. Digital audio engineers use MIDI humanization software to make robotic sequences sound like real humans fumbling through a beat. Instagram filters artificially age photos with forks, film grain, and scratches because we trust what looks handmade. This is the paradox of modern authenticity. In order to feel genuine, you must engineer it. And now, AI, once you introduce an algorithm that can convincingly spoof human behavior, the demand for better fakes only grows. Artists begin training models to mimic their brushstrokes. Bureaucracies commission AI. Generated handwritten forms for official documentation. The line between real and simulated dissolves faster than we can catch up. We're in a feedback loop. Every detection system breeds new simulation techniques that outmaneuver it, like an arms race with no winners. Only participants trying to stay ahead of. The spoofs are getting so good that we no longer question the authenticity of what we experience. A digital painting looks like it was done with oil on canvas. An AI-generated podcast interview sounds like a real conversation. The illusion is convincing not because it's perfect, but because it's just inconsistent enough to feel human. This isn't just about art or identity. It's about trust. If everything can be faked convincingly, then authenticity itself becomes meaningless, and we become customers
Alright guys, as you can see, there are several forms or types of security cameras, each designed for specific purposes and environments. Some common forms of security cameras include bullet cameras. As you can see it as a
Neil Postman warned that technology doesn't just change what we do, it changes how we think, what we value, and who gets to define reality. Nowhere is this more evident than in the rise of AI systems, so convincing they replicate not only accuracy, but fallibility itself. When a machine can fake hesitation or sarcasm better than most humans, authenticity becomes less about truth and more about trust. Who we let into our minds through screens. Early AI research wasn't about making convincing fakes. It was about duplicating human logic. Now the goal is not to simulate intelligence, but to replicate the artifacts of humanity itself. The stammered speech, messy handwriting, or awkward pauses, we once used these as proof of personhood. But if a machine can convincingly mimic them at scale, what does that say about our own authenticity? What was once proof becomes performance.
Tom, you've got a complex system here. First of all, tell me how this would be different from the system we saw in the first part of the program.
Well, one way is that it's different is that we can develop a graphics environment which connects to the underlying knowledge bases so that the user really is just fooling around with meters and valves and objects that they're used to. Here, for example, if we look at this levelometer, we can just point to it.
Before you get to that, what's the environment we're looking at here?
Oh, this is the key system, the knowledge.
Once we could trust a voice to be human, but now AI smooths over our mistakes. TikTok removed auto, generated captions after users flagged errors. Because we don't yet believe in machine, perfect language. The problem isn't that the captions were wrong. It's that they felt like they should have been right. We expect the tools of communication to reflect truths, even when they're lying through their algorithmic teeth. A new study shows that even when we're warned a video is fake, our brains still get tripped up. Deepfakes look too good to be true, and yet they are. The brain tries to reconcile what it expects from human behavior with the mechanical perfection of the image. What happens when every smile feels rehearsed and every sob story is just a script? We become suspicious not of the content itself, but of our own ability to judge it. Even if the clip is real, we no longer know why it matters. If everything can be faked with perfect realism, what remains but a market for nostalgia? Authenticity becomes a brand, not a condition of truth, but a ticket to emotional connection in a world where truth itself is negotiable.